So good morning all of you. This is Mistry sir here. So as we starting the new chapter, that is semi-solid dosage form, right? And from this chapter in our previous lecture we already done some point, right? So let's summarize it. So we discussed our some small introduction of our ointment. So ointment is a semi-solid preparation and applied externally on the surface of skin, right, on or mucous membrane. And in the ointment, those are the medicament or medicaments are dissolved or suspended or emulsified into the ointment base. So ointment base is very necessary, right? Means act as a vehicle, right? Then it should also contain the antimicrobial preservatives, right? Antimicrobial isn't an preservative also, because we know that there is a semi-solid, means presence of water are here at that time there are chances of occurring the any microbial growth, right? And sometime and the most of the time our ointment are used for the protective as well as emollient effect, right, on for the skin. And the simple meaning of our emollient, that is the preparation that soften the skin, right? So also we discussed the classification of our ointment. Then we know that is our ointment classified by two way, right? That is according to their therapeutic properties based on penetration, means based on that particular ointment, based on their penetration rate of our ointment, and according to their therapeutic uses, right? So in based on penetration, that is there is a three kind of ointment, that is the epidermic, endodermic and diadermic, right? And this is the categorized on the basis of their penetration. We know that is the endodermic ointment has a very less or not, and totally does not absorb from any layer, but the endodermic ointment are partially absorbed from the our epidermis layer of our skin, right? But our diadermic ointment has a deep penetration power, because it passes the all of our skin layer and come in contact with our systemic circulation, that is the blood, right? Then it is this is about our classification based on penetration, right? Then our second part is that is based on their therapeutic uses, so in which we have already done, that is the antibiotic kind of ointment, antifungal ointment, then anti-inflammatory, then antipruritic, that is for relief of itching, right? Then astringent ointment that causes the contraction of our skin, that's why discharge of any material from your skin are decreases. Then anti exomatous ointment that preventing the oozing, right, and a secretion of from the vesicles of our skin. Then our today's topic, and we will discuss our remaining portion from the keratolytic ointment, that is keratolytic ointment. So let's begin. So listen carefully. That is the keratolytic ointment. Keratolytic ointment used to remove or soften the horny layer, that is a keratin of skin, right? Means I think you have experience of, or you have seen from any hospital or any patient, right? That's in what happened actually in keratolytic condition, that is the whatever they were means our skin layer, right? Our skin layer are become dry and remove out, right? Due to the dryness, our skin become, the scalp of our skin become remove, right? And that is the keratolytic condition. It is a keratolytic condition. But in which condition the keratolytic ointment are given or prescribed by our doctor, right? And that keratolytic ointment used to remove the whatever the horny layer, or the horny layer means our keratin layer, right? Keratin layer are for the removal of our horny layer and soft or the soften to the that horny layer, right? Horny layer means our skin layer, right? In winter season also you have, I think, experience, that is the some skins are removed from our means dead cells or dead skins are removed from our skin, that is a horny layer. If and that condition the keratolytic ointment dispenses or prescribed for the removal of that horny layer or the soften to the that horny layer, right, of the skin. So by this way the keratolytic ointment are classified. That is on the basis of their therapeutic uses, right. Then racocrinol, then salicylic acid and sulfur. So these are the name of our keratolytic drug, right, keratolytic drug, and this drug dispensed in the form of ointment for the treatment of skin condition, right. That is resorcinol, then salicylic acid and sulfur, right, resorcinol, salicylic acid and sulfur. So this is about the keratolytic ointment. Then our 8th number of ointment, that is a counter irritant ointment. Counter irritant ointment are applied locally to irritate the skin, thus reducing or relieving the another irritation of deep setting pain, right. Means what happened, suppose if we get a pain from our internal layer of skin or internal muscles of skin, right. That time what happened, due to the seated pain, there is a occurring the irritation, right. Suppose we accidentally get any pain or any any pain inside our muscles, right. That time what happened, we get a irritation, right, irritation. And during that purpose, for the treatment of locally treatment, because that particular pain generated from that particular area, right, that's why it is locally, it's called a local, right, local area. So the counter irritant ointment are applied locally where we got a pain, right, and pain and irritation, right. So counter irritant, what is the mechanism of counter irritant? It act as it produce a irritation, right, it also produce irritation, right, it produces irritation to the skin, and due to the producing the irritation by the counter irritant ointment, we feel a relieving or reducing the irritation of our pain, right. तो काउंटर इरिटेंट एक्चुअली क्या करता है, जो अगर सपोज करो हम लोग मसल्स में पेन हमें हुआ है, तो पेन की वजह से क्या होता है, इरिटेशन होता है, ठीक है। तो इरिटेशन को या फिर वो पेन को रोकने के लिए क्या होता है, हमें काउंटर इरिटेंट दिया जाता है। तो काउंटर इरिटेंट वर्क कैसा करता है, वो जब हम अप्लाई करते हैं लोकली, तो काउंटर इरिटेंट और ज़्यादा इरिटेशन प्रोड्यूस करता है, ठीक है। तो और ज़्यादा इरिटेशन प्रोड्यूस करने की वजह से क्या होता है, जो हम लोग पहले से जो पेन या फिर इरिटेशन फील कर रहे हैं उसको क्या होता है, उससे हमें रिलीफ मिलता है, और या फिर वो जो पेन है या फिर इरिटेशन है उससे रिड्यूस करता है, ठीक है। सो बाय दिस वे you understand in general only, right. So that is the counter irritant. So this is the mechanism of our counter irritant ointment, or counter irritant drug are act by this mechanism, as I said, that is right. So applied locally to irritate the skin, right, means counter irritant irritate to the skin, that's why we get a relief from the our irritation by pain, right. So by this way also our ointment are categorized according to their therapeutic use, right, counter irritant ointment. So counter irritant ointment, there is a capsicum, methyl cellulose, oleoresin and iodine. So these are the drug, right, these are the active constituent act as a counter irritant, right. Means capsicum and capsicum is active constituent from obtained from the capsicum, right. जो मिर्ची होते हैं, मिर्ची को फार्माकोलॉजिकल लैंग्वेज में उसे क्या कहा जाता है, कैप्सिकम, ठीक है। एंड द कैप्सिकम gives a capsicum kind of chemical constituent, right, and that capsicum act as a counter irritant, right. If we apply the capsicum containing counter ointment, that time capsicum cause a irritation to the skin. Due to that irritation we get a relief from the our already getting irritation, right. Already whatever irritation we get, we will get a relief from that irritation, right. Then methyl cellulose and oleoresin and iodine also act as a counter irritant drug, right. So these drugs are dispensed, if these drugs dispense in a ointment form, that time that particular preparation called as a counter irritant ointment, right? So you remember this. So afterward, that is our ninth ointment, class of ointment, right? That is a dandruff treatment ointment. So its name itself suggested that is dandruff, means whatever the ointment used, they help to get a relief from the our dandruff, right? And dandruff, it is occurred on our head, right? So dandruff treatment ointment are applied locally to get a relief from the dandruff, right? And dandruff, first of all, we have to know the what is the dandruff. So dandruff is simply the dry or dead skin of our head, right? Dead skin of our head. So due to the some microorganism or some infection also, there is a dandruff occurring, right? So due to the treatment of our that dandruff, or get a relief from that dandruff, we use the anti-dandruff kind of another preparation also there, that is anti-dandruff shampoos also. Then there is anti-dandruff ointment also here, that, right? And that particular preparation are given by another ways, right? With another ways. So dandruff treatment ointment, that is also act as anti-dandruff preparation, right? And that ointment are applied locally. They are applied locally where we get a dandruff on that particular site. We use the dandruff treatment ointment, and that ointment get a relief from the dandruff, right? Means help to treat the dandruff or minimize the production of dandruff. So dandruff is nothing but the dry skin or dead skin of our head, right? So salicylic acid and cetrimide and salicylic acid act as a anti-dandruff agent, right? Anti-dandruff agent, and this agent dispense we can dispense this preparation as a ointment for dosage form or shampoo dosage form also, right? You should notice, I think you had to notice to your whatever the shampoo we used, that is anti-dandruff shampoo used, it contain the cetrimide or salicylic acid also, right? So salicylic acid, cetrimide, it is a medicines, are act as a anti-dandruff drug, right? So by this way also our ointment are classified, that is dandruff treatment ointment, then psoriasis treatment ointment, right? Psoriasis treatment ointment. So that is psoriasis treatment ointment, right? So this is also psoriasis is a one type of skin disease condition, right? Skin disease condition. So in which what happened, that is the, if someone get a psoriasis, that time this that particular skin area that become red and feeling itchy, and scaly patches are formed, right? Scaly patches are formed, मीन्स जो भी पर्सन को सिरोसिस होता है या फिर सिरोसिस जो है, मतलब सिरोसिस इज नथिंग बट वन काइंड ऑफ स्किन डिसीज कंडीशन, राइट? एंड इन सिरोसिस देर इज अ skin become red, then feeling itchy, right? And scaly patches also occurred. So for that particular treatment or particular cirrhosis treatment, there is a ointment are prescribed by the our doctor, right? So it is help to treat the cirrhosis condition, that is a skin disease condition. So by this way also our cirrhosis treatment ointment are classified. So coal tar, corticosteroid, dithronol and salicylic acid. So this is the medicament, some example of our medicament, and it helps to treat the cirrhosis, right? And cirrhosis is a skin disease condition in which the redness of skin, then itching of skin, then scaly patches are also occurred or formed in the area of our skin, right? So for this purpose also our ointment are classified, and that called the cirrhosis treatment ointment, right? So afterward that is a parasiticide ointment. So this is the our 11th number of classification, right? That is parasiticide ointment. So as I said in our previous lecture also, I said that is the Parasiticide, this is the kind of our microorganism as like virus, bacteria and